Right, ready, Piggy boy? Here we go.
I had always had in the back of my mind that I might one day put together a compilation of songs, and I wasn't sure what kind of style it would be. And as you get older, you tend to appreciate more the power of love songs.
Take this man who comes to you, take me to your side.
It just felt the right time. It just felt the right time to bring together some of the songs that were special on previous albums that I'd worked on.
Mi morena, I saw you dancing in the rain, holy water, shining like a silver flame. When I've needed a friend, I have felt your quiet strength. Walk beside me every step.
And at first I thought I was just going to do that. I thought I'd just bring all the ballads across from all of different albums and then do a compilation. I've never done that. And then as I was doing that and piecing it together, I thought it would be quite great to write a bunch of new songs.
Cold is the morning, we watch the snow falling, no word said, you slip from our bed. Pain in the mirror, put your makeup on, check your figure.
And in fact this album ended up 8 songs from different albums and 8 new ones. And I came back to my first solo album, In the House of Stone and Light, and took one of the ballads off of that record and thought, I'll reinvent it.
What are these eyes for? If I can't see the moon, watch over you. What are these arms for? If I can't hold you through the night, what does this heart beat for? If I can't live by your side, you must know I was made for you.
So it just naturally felt right to express some intimate songs.
All right, so we're going back to the beginning of your career. What was the deciphering moment or the event in your life that you decided that music was your calling?
I was in the apprentice school, so you're 17 years old and they're trying to nurture you to be a full pro. And I just had a sneaking feeling that I wasn't going to go the distance. And at that time I was playing for Southampton Amateur, semi-pro. They used to travel around to London and we used to play different teams, and I'd get a chance to go into the clubs and hear music. That's what really swung me. And although I could have stayed on and trying to be a professional soccer player, the wind went out of my sails, and I sort of started to feel that I wanted to learn how to play an instrument.
What makes bass your favorite instrument?
You know, I think it's because I'm so big and tall, and I think it feels good and solid. When I was trying to learn guitar, I tended to hear the bass notes of a record more than I did the chords. I heard the root, and over a period of time it seemed to me, it really should speak to me that the structure of a song was based on a bass guitar. I always used to sort of get attracted to the bass. I used to hear it before anything else, what I would call is the heartbeat of something.
What are some of the struggles that you had to overcome to be in the music industry?
I think the biggest struggle for me, I remember, was trying to find the first band that would accept me as a bass player. And I remember doing auditions all around the country, and I was at art college at that time, and although I was training to be a graphic designer, I was using the grant to buy a car, buy a bass and go and do auditions. And that was to me the biggest push, because I'd left the soccer and my parents were like, well, follow whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy, you know. But I know they were suspicious, like, he wants to be a musician. I mean, crazy. So I think that was the biggest thing to me, was getting confirmation from a bunch of other musicians in a different part of the country to go, yeah, he's a pretty good bass player. I'm bringing some songs from the past up, and it forced me to write some new songs, which became fun. You know, I thought, well, I just don't want to put out just all the songs from the past. Let's feel like we're writing two. You know, this is the compilation, and here's a brand new record.
It comes upon me every now and then, a certain feeling that I can't defend. In those moments when I gaze at you, well, it brings me to my knees.
I've always been an instinctive songwriter. Everything I've done in art and musically has been instinctive. You learn your trade, but the way you learn your trade is because you've got an instinct for it in the first place. And that's what love is to me. It's really hard to explain the word love. It could mean everything, and probably love is everything, but to me it's a feeling, an instinct that's inside us. I'm still fascinated how love motivates people. There's a kind of slender sadness about the whole thing, because with love it's so hard to read. It's beautiful, but it also can be painful. It doesn't last forever.
What's the chances you meet someone who lifts your face toward the sun? Got me thinking, what would I do without you?
In earlier years, I didn't think it was cool to write love songs. I didn't think it was even cool to put love in lyrics. I was always looking for diversions to be more artistic, and I began to really appreciate that some of the music and songs I loved the best all through my career were love songs, and some of the classic songs that I probably wouldn't like to admit when I was a kid that I loved. I started to realize that they were really evergreens. Those songs just seem to have the legs to go on forever.
Never from my heart, never from my heart.
I think it's a mature record, but I also think it's quite brave, because it wasn't my natural way to go all through my career until around this time. A lot of the people that have been fortunately following me seem to gravitate to a lot of my ballads, and so I was a little bit influenced to see that some of my songs, like Me Morena, and some of the songs that I put out on my independent solo records, people were leaning towards in a very strong way. So I started to get taught by the people that listen to my music that they quite like me, it seems, doing that kind of stuff. So I thought, that gives me courage, you know. Let's put out a love album. It's hip, it's cool, it's all right. So that's what I did.
My love for you is never from my heart.
I forgot your question. What was that? That was good up to that point.
Yeah, no.
It was good.
Go again.
I actually tried to answer the question.
Yeah, I was getting impressed with myself. I thought, that's good. What am I talking about? Sounded good.